Yes.
Here we go. Hello everyone. I'm today with Christian to cast the Cup of Nation 2025. Hi Christian, how are you?
Hi, I'm excellent. Very excited to see some quality Mindbug play.
Yeah, ready to see like some really cool match between Germany and USA, which are our two grand finalists.
And would you say are they like the two strongest Mindbug nations?
But I mean, looks like yes, obviously from being in the final. Germany, yeah, especially Germany. I mean, that the second time in a row that they got in final. They won the last Cup of Nation. They are super strong. That's always some player you can see online playing, training, and speaking about the game. So definitively, really good players there. But USA are kind of a scary team. So they are like also super strong, a bit more like in the shadow, and ready to take the spot as champions of Cup of Nations. So
Yeah, I would be excited to see.
yep, it will be a grand match. So today we will watch the first match of Germany versus USA, and it will be Odin playing. So Odin Let's Play, which is like a streamer, a German streamer, and he will play against Benjamin, and both will be playing Battlefruit Kingdom. Just as a summary, there is like three match, so three players from each team are competing against against the player of the other team, and they are each competing on a different deck. So this year there is three deck: Battlefield Battlefield Kingdom, a very slightly modified version of First Contact, where there was two cards replaced by another version of those cards, and the Beyond Evolution also slightly modified. Uh, yeah, not
And so
so much, but
basically, so basically, each of the players specialized in like one of these disciplines. So
exactly.
each
So
each
there
player is an
was,
expert in one of the formats.
yeah, there was playing the same deck the whole competition,
Yeah,
and so they get better and better. And it was also super fun to see in the community people like searching for sparring partner, and it was
yeah.
like people from other teams, but they was playing the same deck, so they was like, okay, let's train together,
Yeah.
which was quite cool.
And the match
Okay.
is a best of seven.
Best
So
of
first,
seven, yeah, best of seven. So the first to 4 points win the game. Let's start. Okay, so we have Ben alias Cardbot 9000 on the top and Odin on the bottom. So this match is Battlefruit Kingdom. The specialty of this deck is having those small Octonite on the card, and that means every turn you remove one, and after removing all of them, you activate the harvest effect that is on the card. Usually a bit more powerful effect than a play effect, but those are delayed, so you have to handle this in a good way. Potato the Wise, which is a quite good card in that set, since it gives +2 power, and +2 power makes like sneaky super good, makes hunter really good, and also can prevent some big guy like 8 or 9 power to just crush you by
it's a
giving a +2
fairly
to a 7.
it's a fairly common opening, I believe. So we see Odin here considering Mindbugging because he does have some strong hunters that would really pair well with this. But in
Yep,
the end, he chooses not to Mindbug. We
yep,
see Odin Mindbug, oh sorry, we see Ben Cutbot
Ben.
Mindbug on the other side getting this 7 power banana push into play. Very scary. And immediately the Raspberry Ranger comes down, challenging Potato the Wise.
Yep, and
So
I think it's quite common to see a hunter as a good reply of the Potador. So basically, your opponent can feel like, oh, I'm super good. I will have like a 7 power hunter. I will be able to hunt whatever I need, which is the case. But usually that's also a good bait, because there is plenty of good card in that set that could, like the Duradillo we just seen here. So that is fast, hunter, poisonous, easy to defeat what we need. And also the Raspberry Ranger that is tough. So
So
you
here
can
we see
take
the harvest effect already triggering from the banana puss, clearing the second life of the Raspberry Ranger. So Cardboard is
Ooh.
standing very nicely on the table.
That's a good play from Ben. So he's trying to re-enable the banana puce, and if it's a Mindbug from Odin, it's just really
Doesn't do
plain
anything.
card. Yeah, 3 poisonous. So it's
So
re-enable the
banana
banana
reloaded.
puce. Yeah, banana reloaded. Which is a scary card because like this tempo is also like you don't want to play the card right now if you have a card you want to save. So you would need to also delay the card for a bit later. And yeah, Duradilo I think is a good play here. The thing is, if your opponent Mindbug it, it's fast, so you can lose immediately 1 life point because he will attack you immediately after being
But
played.
that would be the last Mindbug of Cardboard.
Yeah,
Oh, and
last
in
Mindbug,
fact,
that's it.
you see that coming down.
Okay.
So I believe this is what they call the Lyon playstyle, where you just use your Mindbugs really fast
Yeah,
and
exactly.
just YOLO all in.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Pogoli Bard then played to get a Hunter, which is also able to defeat this Banana Puss before it triggers next turn.
This is like very quickly. I think Odin came nicely back on the table, and he still has his 2 Mindbugs.
And I think he's glad that Cardboard took the first Duradillo because he got the second one. And 2 is good, but it's also quite dangerous because you will get 2 life loss in the game, which is sometimes a bit too much for this game. The life of it's quite funny because this set have like 3 cards that are removing you life and also a bunch of cards that are dealing life from the opponent to the opponent. And because of that, battling on healing is kind of one of the key of the set, which is quite uncommon when you see how Mindbug is going usually. So he doesn't want to lose a life blocking.
Yeah, Carrot Cleric is really doing a lot of work here on this board. So Cardboard has fought back, taken control of the board.
And it has like no good answer to this board. Coconut
What do you
Crab
think we'll see here? Duradillo?
Yeah, Coconut Crab is quite bad at the moment. The Sneaky could also too bad.
Trade with Pineapple Paladin, but it's not particularly comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and if you attack, that means he will also attack. You will probably lose your Pineapple Paladin. That means he will attack you back and deal again 1 damage. So you would need to attack and not being defeated to make it.
So we see a defensive Duradillo here, which normally this is a card that is used for removing something, a big threat, and here it's just building the wall.
Yeah, true. And here you can just attack with the Spinaccia, which is good. Like, you don't care if it's trade against the Duradillo, and if it doesn't want to block, that means it will get down to 1.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I mean, you could also consider going with the Carrot Cleric, but he saw that Odin didn't really have a clean response to that.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to keep it alive. And you see that the good answer is Ice Cube Dragon, which is also usually not an answer to 8 power cards.
But is that a good answer here, though?
I mean, it blocks the Card Cleric, so...
Yeah, sure, it can go 1 for 1, but the Carrot Cleric already did so much work.
True. And Ben has still 5 cards in hand and 2 cards in the deck, while Odin have 4 cards in hand only.
But he has 2 Mindbugs, so essentially he needs to force Cardboard to start playing some cards.
Which will happen, right? Because he can defeat this whole board now using a bunch of cards. Okay, blocked, and yeah, for sure. Yeah, it was a hunter, so he used it to hunt the Duradillo, and then now he used the Pineapple Paladin to attack.
And now he can actually attack with it, so he does get the immediate benefits. Earlier, it would have to be a defensive option, so it would just be a vanilla 8, which is not that fun.
So you're obviously blocking with Duradillo would be, like seeing how Odin was struggling handling the 8 power, you may want to keep it alive. And that's what he decided to do. But you lose your hunter, which is also a very good answer to any card. So the choice was hard.
So you expect him to develop his board here? Yeah, that is in fact what he does. And Red Radish is a great response to this Duradilio.
It's probably a Mindbug because if you look at the
Life.
at the hand, I mean, if you let it go, you lose a life, and then you are like you have a card cleric that is like attacking you every turn or radish, and probably no good answer. So
But also it's a strong offensive tool for Odin. With his opponent
yeah,
being at just 2 life, having a sneaky in play is like
definitively.
that demands an immediate response. Like you cannot just play like a cherry here and chill or something. You really got to do something.
We could see now the Pomelodzilla just to deny the Duradilo, and it could tell to Odin like, okay, if you do not Mindbug, I may start playing stuff that you will be super annoyed with, and the Duradilo will do nothing. So
Yeah, so here it would be tempting to trade Rodilio into the pesky piece, but in that case he loses the race, right?
yeah,
So instead he develops his own board.
yeah, which is good. I mean, 8 power sneaky is a
Yeah.
really good card.
Yeah, so now a red radish would be very good to have.
Yeah. I mean, you have so many cards with for Ben that you may feel in a good spot just by playing the right card next. I'm still thinking that the Pomelodzilla is good because it may mindbug it just to prevent the Duradio being like completely useless, or I mean not being
Yeah,
able to attack.
but I think isn't it too slow? Like he's staring down a Fennel Trickster. He's on 2 life. He has 1 blocker.
True, but I mean, what choice does it have? Like attacking with a card cleric is not good because you block with the Duradio. I think that's all right. Okay, healing.
Yeah,
For sure, this one may force Odin to Mindbug. I think may force.
yeah. The frenzy is interesting because the Duradilio can just block, but you sort of
Okay.
wish you had already traded up the cleric.
I mean, you
Okay.
have an 8 power card and 2 life more, so it may be super bad for Odin. How do you deal with that then? Because you may lose Duradio and you may lose the Fennel Trickster, so.
Yeah, this is starting to look tough for Cardboard. I think Odin really managed to leverage these
Yeah.
2 extra mind blocks.
I think that's over, right? Because this one will do nothing. Same for this guy. It's too slow. The thing would have been to play the Fear Berry, but it's too slow also. You need more.
I think the
And
hope
Cherry
with
Bug not helping.
the hope was that the Captain Crocodile would not be mindbug because of the mystery of what remained in the hand.
Yeah.
But he got sort of called on his bluff because what remains in the hand is just in fact not
Yeah,
very
true,
good at
true. I
answering
mean, yeah.
this board.
I would have been a bit scared from Odin, like if I was playing
Yeah.
as Odin, like just like, do I take this and then he may crush me with anything else?
But I mean, he does have a strong board. He has the Duradilio to remove any one thing. He has sneakies for
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, I mean,
Now
it
he
could
even
have
gets
been, like, I don't know, Pomodolzilla, Duradio can do nothing, then it plays the hunter that is defeating one card, so you wait 2 turns and then you defeat the Fennel Trickster and then that's over probably, something like this. So there is ways to get back from this, but yeah, here it's like over because you know that from cardboard, you know that you can do nothing to stop this Fennel Trickster. So it was just like a very cautious game from Odin, keeping his Mindbug, trying to get down to the point where he needs to take some pressure, and then for the opponent to play a few cards to
And I
get
think
back.
what sometimes happens when you're under too much pressure, even if you have 2 mindbugs left, is that you're forced to kind of mindbug bad stuff just to stay alive, and then the good stuff comes and kills you afterwards. So here he just managed to tip those scales in his favor.
Yeah, but it's fun that he was just throwing a bunch of 8 power cards and defensive Duradilio just to survive those turns, because it was maybe not that easy. And that's it.
Fennel Trickster definitely doing a lot of work here.
Yeah, I mean, 8 power sneaky is most of the time a very good finisher, so.
Yeah.
He got, yeah. I
Right.
was expecting like an end game with the coconut crab, but
It's also fun finisher.
yeah, but definitively not needed when you have a Fennel Trickster. So
Right. So 1-0 for Germany.
1-0 for Germany.